Oh, man. Today is awesome.
Just because you don't like what's going in your favor.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us once again
That's
for
like
another episode of Too Many Cooks in the Kitchen. I'm Dana Peller.
I am Adam Potash.
And I'm Nicole Rosen.
And today we're going to talk about a few different topics.
That was good.
I know, it was great.
Okay.
First, the holidays have come and passed. They actually kind of joined this weekend. Wanted to see how everyone's holiday was.
What's it called? Eastover?
Yeah.
Eastover.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
my family did Eastover.
Same with us.
Yeah.
A little bit of Passover, a little bit of Easter.
It was like ham with matzah. It was weird.
No, for sure. And one of the things that I think that we all struggle with when it is holidays and we're trying to stay fit and stay healthy is all of the food and treats that like tempt us.
For sure.
Jinx.
Good jinx you out of here. No, for sure. It's a struggle because we feel like because everybody else is doing it, like we need to do it too, and just like gorge ourselves in what was the thing? Easter, the Cadbury.
Oh, that's my
Cadbury.
favorite.
We're talking
I
about
have to have
Cadbury.
it. No, it's like
We were
it's
talking
like
about Cadbury,
Easter.
that's
Like
it.
you have to have a Cadbury egg. It's not around all year.
I can't deal with that inside stuff.
Oh no, that's the
It
best
looks
part.
like an egg.
It's gross. I don't eat
No,
yolk.
I
I
love
don't eat
it.
egg yolk.
I have to.
Okay.
You do? I like to eat the ears off of the Easter bunny, but it
Okay.
could be dark chocolate, which is
Those are
weird.
too hollow. I don't know. The Easter bunny ears. Not my jam.
I guess everyone has their thing
Right,
for the
Cadbury.
holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I was gonna say like the religious thing too, like the Jewish part, like the matzah, and like I don't know. I feel like family traditions that people kind of put their diet to the wayside just because they feel like they have to have it because it's Passover,
Right.
or Easter Sunday, ham, whatever it is.
Yeah, but I mean they can have it. But don't always say like
You don't have to overindulge.
try a little bit or
Right.
take a little piece or whatever. You don't need to put cream cheese on
Overindulge.
like 6 pieces of matzah. So
Or chocolate covered matzah. But if it's dark chocolate covered matzah,
It does have antioxidants.
or someone. I had a client this morning who was talking about matzah crack. That's what she said she has at her house, which was like basically matzah brittle.
Right.
No, it was like matzah brittle.
brittle. It has like the caramel and all that stuff on it.
So I guess everyone does their
their own version.
their own version for the holidays of matzah crack. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I
So
have to try that though.
Yeah,
I like
no,
matzah
I-
pie.
yeah,
I love matzah
yeah.
pie.
I
So
like
a little
matzah.
bit. I
Can't go to the bathroom. And we should talk about that.
I have to hold back Gabriel because he'll sit there and eat like a whole box, and I'm like,
A matzah?
oh, he loves
Wow.
matzah. He's like, is this the
Egg
holiday
matzah,
where you
that's
eat
the
the
good
crackers?
With butter. Egg matzah.
Yeah.
That's the good one.
Well, gluten-free matzah.
Yeah, oh,
is
that's the
really
best
good.
one.
That's the best
Hands
one.
down.
Mhm.
Light.
Yeah.
We talk about it with our clients.
Yeah.
In your absence. I just
So good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Talking about a lot of
now,
matzahs.
since we might have been a little bit bad during the holidays, we wanted to talk about self-care.
And there's some self-care for
Thank
for
you.
your friends.
That's a true friend,
Are
okay?
you-
The one
are you
that'll
guys-
tell you that the lipstick is on their teeth, or they have like lettuce or whatever, or you gotta tuck the tag, and that bothers me.
Yeah, that's self-care for friends.
Yay.
You love it. So today we are talking mainly about self-care. So holidays aside, you took an extended self-care journey.
I did. It was so. I don't think it's been a long time since I took a vacation for that extended period. I think maybe back in high school and even like after took those longer vacations, like those European tours for a couple weeks and stuff like that, when you had no care in the world and had a free credit card somewhere you could rack up.
Free?
That credit card laying around that you applied for and
To get the free bag of peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that once.
Exactly.
It was bad.
So it's been a while since I took a vacation for that long, and I was kind of like not forced into it, but had the opportunity, and then I was only going to go for a short period of time, and then my buddy kind of just talked me into staying a little longer, and then I had a missed flight, and so it just.
I totally thought you were lying.
No.
I thought you missed flight. I thought it was one of those.
No, it's actually funny. So we were so the flight that I originally had was not a great flight, and so it was like a 2 layover, almost like 17 hours of travel.
Wow.
It stopped in San Francisco, had a 3-hour layover, then stopped in Houston, had like a 2-hour layover, and then like and that's on top of like the red eye. So it was not great. So we were like kind of joking and saying like, oh, what if there's like some weather, going on somewhere that derails a flight and, delays it and whatnot. So sure enough, like an hour after we were like joking about it, I get a text like, there's weather in like Boston and your flight is delayed. Like had nothing to do with my flight, but because of that, like you could take the opportunity to kind of change your flight. I don't know if you knew that. I like learned like tips of the trick. I don't travel that much to know, but
there's another flight if
there's like a
good.
weather,
No charge or...
no, nothing.
That's great.
So I took advantage and got a much better flight, a day or so later. So, and it was one layover.
That is really taking some time for some self-care.
Yeah.
By doing that.
Okay, so to the point, obviously it was a beautiful place I went to. It was like, mystifying the stuff that we did. And it was really, it wasn't so much a relaxing vacation, more of like I don't want to say soul searching. That sounds like really.
No, that's fine.
It wasn't that so much. It was more like
just disconnecting.
Being with nature. Yeah, disconnecting.
Grounding.
Sure. Yeah, all those things. I think we did over 40 miles of hiking.
Wow.
Or over 50 miles of hiking. We started tracking, but there was places that the iPhone watch or Apple Watch or the phone like didn't have service, so it wouldn't track. So that's how like out we were. Like there was like trails, and then like we went way beyond the trails and did our own thing and stuff like that. So it was good. So back to your point.
Anyway.
So number one, I guess being a chef and health coach, seeing different cultures is always cool. And seeing different foods and how they incorporate, foods and at what times and what's normal. I think like, sausage and pork is a big thing over there. So that was kind of like a part of every meal. And I don't eat meat, but I tried it and kind of like. Did you? Yeah, I would, of course. If I travel or something like that, like I'll try like what it is and yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Like they just do this like sweet, almost like Peruvian sausage. That's like at breakfast time and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, and that was good. I hadn't been sausage in a long time, but so that was good. I did a lot of cooking, which was it. Yeah. So we went to Costco when we got there, and like just bought a bunch of stuff and did some cooking, and we went fishing. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you the story?
Yeah.
Okay, I did. I guess I'm gonna share. We went fishing for 7 hours and didn't catch. I caught like 3.
You caught bait, right?
We caught bait is what we did, and the next day the fisherman sends us this picture of this 215-pound marlin. We're like, thanks for that. We're like dying, getting seasick. The sun is beating down, like nothing. We don't catch anything. We catch like a sunburn. So
not self-care.
Yeah.
No. I mean, listen, I was there for 2 weeks and.
You didn't really get burned. You got good tan.
Yeah. So disconnecting.
Right.
And I think it was like we always feel like we can't leave, we can't detach, we can't do all this because we're like there's so much going on, so much we need to be a part of, and honestly, like being away for these 2 weeks, I felt like I got so much more accomplished or so much more thought of by having that free time and coming back and almost like prioritizing on what like our focuses are here. Obviously the relationship with you guys, not to get so sentimental, but like and how important that is and things like that. So it was really nice overall.
And I think like I was listening to you as you were talking, and I think for me, like I've always gone on family vacations, and you both know I went to Israel like a few months back. Actually, it'll be a year. That's crazy. It's a year in May. So wow, it feels like yesterday. But anyway, feeling the same things that you did, like leaving my job, leaving my family for the first time, never like just actually being a mom and like escaping from all sense of reality. And I think we often don't do that, and maybe that guilt of leaving everything behind. Well, you need to. But like the same types of things happen. Like day one, maybe you feel like a little guilty about leaving all that stuff behind. And I know like both Adam and I, like when it comes to our businesses, like, being afraid, like are things going to run smoothly when you're not there, and kind of just like throwing it out into the abyss and having faith that like it is going to be fine, and it always ends up working out. And I think you end up having a better time because you can like sort of take a breath for a moment and realize that this is needed, and having faith in others that they're gonna come through, you know, for you.
Having like a stellar week.
We did.
I've said it like 3 times. You guys, all right. You guys, we'll get to that in a second. No, but along that point is like not having the ability to have control because you're so far away, so out of
time,
touch.
Distance,
time.
Time
I mean,
and distance.
it was a 6-hour difference. So
7.
6.
No, mine was 7. Yours was 6.
Yeah. So just not having that ability to be on the same page as what's going on, and so you literally have to throw in the towel and say screw it.
Yeah, and I remember feeling like, you know, for me for the 7 hours, especially because my staff is much younger, that I knew like from the time I was up from 7 to 2 that I could actually really just be me and not think about work because they weren't getting up until 7 o'clock or whatever. So there really was a full like 7 hours.
You're the opposite way.
Right. Yeah. So it allowed, you know, time to like really decompress and be present in the moments that I was. And then when I had to kind of, you know, tap into here, you know, I was able to, but I came out in a much more relaxed manner, I think, because I did like separate myself a little bit. And not just
I mean, traveling is not always that great, especially long flights. But I kind of like enjoyed and, you know, pick up that book you haven't picked up in a long time, or you know, I met some like cool people like on the flight who owned a restaurant in Denver, and like just I love that kind of stuff. Like I actually like that almost more than the being in a place. Like I like meeting new people and you know, seeing what other people's lives are like and stuff like that. So
what other things do you guys do for self-care aside from your extended vacations, which are not
the one?
Right. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I forced myself a year ago. Thank you, Stacey Norman, who owns. Yeah, that was a plug right there, right?
We'll put the link to
Stacey Norman, Peaceful Body Mind. I think it's called Peaceful Body Massage. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but Peaceful.
I'll fix it.
Yeah. So I literally forced myself a year ago to get massages weekly, and I had obviously got massages in the past and maybe not as consistent, or you know, once a month or every couple of months when you're like really in dire need and stuff like that. So recently, or this past year, I forced myself to get it weekly, like regardless, I don't care what's going on, like I have that standing appointment and I go and I honestly changed my life. Just, I don't know, it's the stress reliever, it's the scheduling aspect. I don't know. It just really changed.
I think that's all of it. Like taking, like even just blocking out of time from your busy day is a form of self-care. Even if you're not even doing anything, it's just detaching. So
entirely.
Which, by the way, I haven't made it since I've been back, so I gotta make that.
You literally just got back.
I know.
Okay, so anyway, I do. That's one of the things that I do too. I make time for massage, my Pilates. Which I'm proud to say I did 5 times last week, which I usually only do 3 to 4. But sometimes you need like that extra class to get you over the hump. Massages, facials.
You do the facials pretty often.
I think facials to me are even more relaxing at times than massages, but that's.
Massages are sometimes hit or miss if you don't go to like that same person. I feel. Luckily, everybody at Plugging Again, Peaceful Body. Is amazing. Everybody there is awesome, so can't lose
it. So it's consistent. Yeah. So other things, even just like last Saturday, the boys were good. They weren't killing each other. They were hanging out at the house, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take an hour to myself, and I sat outside by the pool and I read. Like you're saying, reading a book.
Yeah.
I'm just like not touching my phone and just reading. Mm-hmm. And it was just, at first it's so weird because you're outside of your element, and you're like, well, what if they're fighting, or what if the phone's ringing,
but that's the part you detach, and you don't think about that for you because we're busy moms, and when you hone in on that, then you're not really being present for yourself.
Well, yeah, we talk about that all the time. Is you can't be the best mom you could be if you're not being the best you can be. So, and a lot of people think that they can, you know, get by without it, but you just can't. You're fooling yourself.
So I'm going to say the self-care things that neither of you said, because to keep a little diversity. But I think self-care could also be like spending time with friends, you know, having like happy hour, things like that, where you're with your girlfriend. I'm a huge journaler, so I think sometimes people, and I could think of a client of ours that like needs to do this a little bit more, but you know, taking the time to write your stuff down, whether it's feelings or maybe you want to write a book, whatever it is, like committing to that time for yourself to you know, get all that stuff out. You know,
talk
just
about those morning minutes. Yeah.
Gratitude journal, like just things where at the beginning of your day or the end of your day, being thankful for the things in your life, whether it's people or situations. That's self-care. Makes you much more appreciative of the things in your life. Spending time with your children and like having like special moments, you know.
Or maybe that one-on-one time, like I don't know how often you do it, but you know, just taking one of your boys, you know, like it's so much less stress, right? At times.
And then you really get to connect with them because you don't have the other one that's sitting
that
there.
Date night.
Yeah.
Poking you
or poking each other.
Yeah, exactly. Or like the eye look and then they're running after each other and then I'm in the store like wondering why I even took them out of the house. So no, it's true. Doing that one-on-one.
Yeah. Makes you feel good and better.
Yeah. It does. I just think a lot of times people think self-care is just, you know, therapy or, you know, massages and those types of things, and certainly we preach that in our, you know, our program, but I think you can take it to the next level and really find that soulful thing, even cooking, you know, whatever is artistic, you know, something that you love to do that makes you feel good about yourself. So.
I started running, not to like keep going on this, but I started running again in Hawaii. I've taken like a month off or so. I actually started in Hawaii on vacation, which was kind of weird. But I figured I was up and I like running in different places. And running in Hawaii like isn't that bad.
We don't feel bad.
I know. It's like smallest little violin here.
But then obviously came back and I immediately ran here when I got back and I was like, you know, I just love this. That time that you know no one's on the road. I go early at 5 a.m. so it's a little different, but yeah. So yeah.
Don't find me doing that at 5 a.m. Nope.
Any volunteers that come run with me. 5 a.m.
Sleeping. Yeah, that is a big thing too.
Yeah, sleeping.
Is making sure you get enough sleep because a lot of people don't realize that they're not getting enough sleep and your body needs sleep in order to regenerate and function and grow.
Well, you know, it's funny, like I'm actually starting to realize it now. Not that I'm taking, you know, doing it more, sleeping more, I'm not, but noticing that it is important. Those days I do get more sleep, I think I'm a little
nicer,
happier guy.
See, and I'm a napper. I love to nap.
Oh
my gosh, I love to nap.
Again, it's not all about me. It's all about me. No, but I actually napped, I think, like 2 or 3 times in Hawaii. That was like so strange. I was like, what is this? What's going on?
Isn't that so nice?
And I don't know if you guys saw my picture. It's actually my banner picture. Yeah. So that was literally where I napped. That was like the patio.
That's smallest little violin.
In the background is like Mauna Kea, the biggest mountain on the planet. It was like, it was really cool. So, enough about me.
Okay, so we hope slowly but surely. We hope we've given you some great ideas on self-care that you can put into play right now. Maybe comment below with the first thing that you are going to do for yourself. Because once you write it down, it kind of makes you commit to it.
I'm thinking hair blowouts, nails. Like I was just thinking about all the
nails is a good one for a girl.
Yeah, but I know a lot of girls like to get their hair blown out.
Or also send us suggestions, right, of some things that you guys do that you know maybe is different.
Yeah, we would love to know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then in the meantime, we have 2 spots left for the group. Sorry, I have to plug. The group health coaching classes for the next session. So we have 2 spots left. If you're interested, call 561-223-1600. We also, of course, are constantly gaining new clients for the exclusive health coaching. I do have to say, Nicole was on a little bit of a roll.
I have to say, I'm gonna gloat a little bit, but I was.
I'm gloating.
No. So was that? So it was really cool. So again, having that self-care and self-time. I was at this hotel called the Fairmont, which is the most beautiful hotel you've ever seen. It was a picture. It was like it was out of a movie, literally. And I think one of my pictures, it was at nighttime and it had like the beach in the background and I'm like looking over. Anyways, we spent some time there because it was next door and just a nice hotel. We would like grab a towel, like, oh, we're here. No, I'm just kidding. It was kind of open. We could have lunch there and stuff like that.
Now they know. They're gonna get you.
Point blank, they're gonna get me. I didn't charge it to room 2306, I swear. So Nicole had called me, I think at that time, one of the times we were there, and gave me the great news of, you know, some new clients that came on board and started their journey, and then she had some other news about like incorporating with FAU and things like that. I was just like, this is awesome, you know, like having not just obviously the staff to like handle everything.
You're so lucky.
I had some nice things to say, but also like that things are still working in like my absence, and you know, working well. And I think I said you were somewhere. Sent an email. Did I sent an email to you guys like saying how well it was?
No.
I meant to.
One of those things you thought you did in your mind?
Check spam. No, I said.
No. We would know.
Because when you got back, we got an email.
Right. It just wasn't about that. Yeah. It's okay. We know how.
We know. And we don't look for the pats on the back.
Yeah.
No, I swear I did.
Okay. So anyway, we will see you guys.
What? All right. I'm looking for it. Well, the group session is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
The 24th.
The 24th. And then also we have a superfood salad, which I have to get with you as the special for this week.
Yep.
With Farm Fresh Meals. If you're interested and you haven't yet tried Farm Fresh Meals, definitely give it a try. We deliver on Monday mornings. Orders are in by Friday. The menu is online, adampotash.com/April-menu. And like I said, every week we have the special. So we're doing a superfood special from it was a request from one of our
little clients.
Yeah, so we're super excited.
That was cool. She's like, can you do this? I was like, hell yeah, we can. So
we love recommendations also. So we hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we will see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Aloha.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.